count, scientists measured the population from seats on the backs of elephants. The census takers had cameras, radio handsets, and rhino date recording books. They also carried GPS receivers that show the position of the user. There were also GPS supplies and books to record the presence of an invasive plant. The plant threatens the grasslands where rhinos live. The scientists and technicians identified each rhino by the shape and size of its horn. They also looked for body markings, like cuts and old healed wounds. The animals' necks and backsides were inspected for pieces of skin that lie one on top of the other. The census takers noted the numbers of males and females. The wildlife organization WWF helped support the census with Nepalese park and wildlife agencies and Nepal's National Trust for Nature Conservation. Subhash Lohani is an official of WWF's Eastern programs. He expressed satisfaction that the country has more rhinoceros, but he warned that illegal trade and loss of homelands continue to threaten the rare animals.
Since ancient times, people have respected cheetahs for their speed and beauty. Some cheetahs can reach speeds of up to 110 kilometers an hour. There were once more than 100,000 of the animals in Africa and Asia, but over the past century, that population has dropped to about 10,000. Today, cheetahs are mainly found in 24 African countries. Yet the cheetah population has started to recover because of one woman. Her name is Lori Marker.
I started working with cheetahs when I lived in Oregon, and I ran a wildlife park there. And this was back in the early 70s, and nobody knew anything about cheetahs, and I was fascinated about them. And the more people I asked, they said, when you find out something about cheetahs, let us know. They don't do well in captivity, they have a very short lifespan, and we're losing them throughout their ranges in the world. So that just made me fascinated, and I wanted to know everything there was about them.
Lori Marker traveled to Namibia to learn as much about cheetahs as she could. The African nation is home to the world's largest wild cheetah population.
Understanding about how the cheetah lives is really important. So understanding its biology and its behavior, understanding the ecology of it, which really revolves around where it's living and how it's living, and that interfaces with humans.
In 1990, Ms. Marker founded the Cheetah Conservation Fund, a not-for-profit group with offices in Namibia. The group carries out research and offers educational programs. It also develops ways to fight some of the biggest threats to cheetahs, including clashes with farmers. Some farmers kill cheetahs because they attack and feed on cattle, sheep, and goats. So Lori Marker started working with local farming communities to find ways to protect their livestock from the big cats. In 1994, she proposed that Namibian farmers use Anatolian shepherds to protect their cattle and other animals. Ms. Marker now raises and trains the guard dogs, which put themselves between the livestock and any attacker.
This breed has been used for about 5,000 years to protect livestock from predators, and they act as a guardian by avoidance. They bark loudly, they tell a predator that they're there protecting the flock, and the flock will come around the dog, and by the dog barking, the predator doesn't want to get hurt, and they will then avoid those flocks where the dogs are.
Over the past 15 years, CCF has bred and given more than 400 dogs to Namibian farmers. They have reported up to an 80% decrease in livestock losses. At the same time, many farmers have grown to accept having cheetahs around.
Since our time in Namibia, the population of cheetahs there was about 1,000 to 1,500 individuals. Today, it's probably 3,500, maybe 4,000 cheetahs. So we've been able to really grow the population. Again, that's out of a world population of about 10,000.
Ms. Marker would like to keep growing that number by expanding the CCF programs to other countries where cheetahs once lived. Today, Lori Marker is considered one of the world's leading experts on cheetahs. She travels the world giving speeches and attending money-raising events to increase understanding of this highly endangered animal.
If we are not successful, we're going to lose this amazing species in a very short period of time.
This Science in the News was written by Brianna Blake, Jim Tedder, and Geraldine Watson. Our producer was June Sims. I'm Bob Doty.
And I'm Faith Lapidus. Join us again next week for more news about science in special English on the Voice of America.